You drink, you smoke. Like, what's up with the Hennessy?
I used to drink Henny, but I like wine now. I'm into like a lot of good wines. If I drink Henny, it gotta be Master Blend.
Well, school me, girl, because I'm a
someone had to school me on that.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that like a popular drink out there, or?
Nah, it's not. It's just more. It's like it's more expensive than like regular privilege Hennessy or like the regular Henny, and it goes down smoother.
Okay. I gotta try that, because girl, I'll be about to be on my ass after I drink. After I take like 2 shots, I'll be like, look, it's me.
That's me. That's why I love my wine. Wine be having me feeling sexy.
Yes, and you can just sip and you just get a little buzz.
Right?
Got nothing over the top. Okay, so are you originally from Providence, Rhode Island?
Yes, born and raised on the south side of Providence.
South side. So Atlanta, we got the west side, the east side, the south side too. So what's like so special about the south side? Because I do see you tweet about that a lot.
It's home. You know, it's my environment, it's my community. It's beautiful people, beautiful food, great food, actually, on the south side.
I feel like in Providence, it's a lot of good food. Like, it's not every day in Atlanta where you can just walk down the street and you can get like Dominican food or Portuguese food and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was hard for me to find Dominican food in Atlanta. I had a vegan spot. I forgot the name of it. I think it was Viva Vegan, something like that. Viva Vegan. It was fire though. It was so good. It was I think on the south side.
Really? You said it was good?
Yeah, it was so good.
I gotta try it, because I haven't tried a lot of just like different foreign foods or vegan foods here in Atlanta. So I gotta try it. So okay, I was saying before we cut the cameras on, when I met you, because I think I was briefly introduced to you by Cooj, or like with Liana, or I can't remember. I think it was with one of them. And I was introduced to you, and I don't think I was introduced to you as an artist, but I believe I remember one of them saying that you were really involved in like the art scene and stuff like that, like in Providence.
Yeah, I used to do like create events in Providence, and I used to like include like artistry, whether it was like people like vending or performing, and it was more like based on like community events, because I would use the money and like donate it to like the Southside Boys and Girls Club, or just yeah.
Okay, so you basically did like kind of like philanthropy work, or would you consider that like art, like just art events?
Maybe like both, kind of in a sense, yeah. But I've been really in tune with the art scene in Providence for a while.
Okay. Is that kind of how you have like, because it seemed like so many people fuck with you, like when you dropped your music, because was 1-800-SLY, was that your first single?
Yeah, that was my first single.
And it's like you got so much love on that, and then it's like you got 10 times the love on the song with Dee Gomes. Like,
yeah, Double Back's doing really good. 1-800-SLY, that's my baby. That was like the most perfect song for me to drop as a single.
it was.
I loved it, and everybody was like fucking with it in the city, and then like it got outside the city, and it did really good. I think that's why when I dropped my second single, everybody was just so with it, because they were just waiting for more.
So like when you did the 1-800-SLY, why did you decide to do like an animated video? Because when you dropped it, it was like right before COVID. Like we could still see people, you know, but you had like a picture. You got hella swag. So I remember you dropping pictures of like yourself, you know, you sitting in the car. And I remember that was your thumbnail. But when you click on the video, it's actually an animation.
Yeah. So I wanted to do a video for 1-800-SLY, but then like COVID hit like 2 or 3 weeks later after it. So I decided to do an animation to drop with this so people can have something to look at and it'll look cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. And then your lyrics, you was like, it's kind of like you was being aggressive, like You know, you don't want no games. I don't know the lyric for quote for quote. I don't want to fuck it up, but it's like you was like, you know, it's no game. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Like you trying to put it on nigga. So what was that kind of about?
What was what?
What was it like? What was the song about? Especially like that line.
You know it's on game. Won't say no names. Maybe you can pull up on me late. Won't play no games. Just straightforward. Like come to the block. You know, hit you up. I miss you. Let's link. It was just my music is kind of like a time frame, and it's kind of like my diary. Like that's how I was feeling at the moment. So like all them lyrics, like there's no cap in my rap. Like all them lyrics, they were true. Like everything I say, I feel. So it was just how I felt. Like I wanted them to come slide on me.
Okay. So did you ever get him to like slide on you? Like, did you
Oh,
ever?
he always slid. He always slid. He
Ooh,
always slid.
okay. Ooh.
Yeah, he always pulled up.
Okay, and then I like the video with Dee Gomes. Like, I just want to know what was that video treatment like when you sat with the videographer, because it was kind of like a vlog. Like, you took me on a journey, like through like your day in the life or like things you do in Providence, and then it was just kind of like you was at Coogie's event, you know, you
Yeah.
had so many of your
Shout
friends.
out to them. They let us use their event to like shoot there. We had kept replaying the song. I was like, I don't want nobody to get annoyed by the song. we kept replaying it. But Larry, he directed the video. Hilarious. Um, basically, he we talked about like ideas we had for like the video, and what he does is he writes the script out. I'll give in like what I like about it, what I don't like about it, what we want to add. So I'm like obsessed with like 106 in Park. So I wanted to like
You
include,
joined, that was hard.
yeah, I wanted to include it in the video so bad. So luckily, like Eddie, he was the videographer. He edited the video as well. So he did the graphic design in the beginning for Double Back, and like it was exactly how I envisioned it. Like he even added the people, like the audience. I was like, oh yeah. And then like the ending, how it was supposed to end was Albert, the guy that like comes out the function to look for me when I get in the car. It was supposed to end like that. Like him just like, oh shit, she left. But I'm like, yo, like, what if we like trick everybody and like me and Dee Gomes actually date? So like after I leave the function, I go home, and like in the beginning of the video, like you don't really see my face, you just see like me putting on a jacket. Like it's very just like like it's just little shit like that. So I'm like, okay, so what if we show his chains,
Mm-hmm.
so people don't know it's him until like I sit down like, hey, how's your day? So it was cool because everybody was like, oh shit, I didn't know that was gonna happen. So I was like,
Right.
yeah.
Everybody was so surprised when he was on the feature. Like, I was surprised to see him on the feature too. And then I like how at the end you also teased like a new song. And that was very 2000s ish. Like when you watch music videos.
Yeah. That song, I dropped it as a Lucy on SoundCloud. So it's out actually. It's on Audio Mac and SoundCloud.
Ooh, y'all really gotta tap in with Hennessy, because you gotta go catch the exclusives on SoundCloud. Cause I was waiting for so long for you to put 1-800-SLIDE on Apple Music so I can add it to my playlist and stuff. But yes, make sure y'all get all the way in with my girl, cause she dropping the Lucy's. Now, when that video dropped, I think the first day on Twitter, you had like just on Twitter alone, you had like 10K views.
Yeah.
And then probably like the third or fourth day, you got up to like 60K views.
Yeah, we're at 85 now, I want to say 85,000. So we're hoping we get to 100K. That would be pop some champagne if we get to 100K by November. My birthday's November. I'm a Scorpio.
Ooh, Scorpio. I heard y'all some freaks.
They
They said the Scorpio some freaks.
You're funny.
You say you gonna spill too much tea. It's all good. It's all good. You just put it on them, just lightly.
You know, just a little.
So how did you get that many views? Like, was it YouTube ads? Was it the Dee Gomes feature? Was it like, I know it was the love, of course, because I seen like even people on my timeline like, oh shit, this is so cute. Like,
Yeah, before I drop music, now I'm learning that marketing is very important. So like now I set aside like a budget for my marketing, whether it's like YouTube ads, um my PR sending out press releases to like different blogs. Like I just made Elevator, like they did a write up on me.
oh wow.
And yeah, so
Congratulations.
thank you. So like I've learned from Dee Gomes, like he's so good at this marketing stuff, and like he's teaching me like, yo, like no matter if you make good music, it doesn't matter if your song's the best song in the city. If you don't have a marketing plan, it'll just stay in the city. And that's not what I wanted, because like Double Back is a radio song. It's a very pop song, like R&B, old school vibe. So I wanted it to branch out the city. So I wanted to have a very good marketing plan before I had the video drop.
Yo, shout out to Dee Gomes, because he is really like, I don't want to say he's like the leader, like, or because I've just been seeing him take off for like the past 2-3 years. Because Coogee first
Man,
took
he
me
worked
on.
so hard. I'm telling you, him and his team, they work so hard. Like to me, they're the first successful label in Rhode Island.
Right,
Like both his artists are signed. Like,
right.
it, man, he's such a good person.
Yes, I see him helping like a lot of artists, like co-sign a lot of artists, like sharing a lot of things. And even when I would try to like reach out to him, um, he would be very responsive. Like he didn't act like Hollywood or nothing like that. So I could just tell he's a really good person.
Yeah, he's a genuine person. He don't hold game from nobody. He wants to see everybody win.
Okay, how do you feel that like Rhode Island is like getting put on the map for not just music but culture too? Because like Stay Silent, that was like a really big thing up there too. Have you
Yeah,
attended there
man.
yet?
I'm excited because it's about time, and like Stay Silent, they've been putting on for the city for a while. Like they're kind of like the pavement of like what like that I want to say date shows, like one of like our first big actual events in the city. So like that's so fire, and they open room and space for everybody, and just like photography, like clothing lines, like everything is just like it's finally getting acknowledged, which it should have already. So it's fire to see.
So we have this phrase out here. It'd be like Atlanta support Atlanta. Like, do you think Providence supports Providence, or Rhode Island supports Rhode Island, or New England supports New England? Do you think like people actually support each other? Do it be funny out there? Like,
Um, I mean, like I don't really pay attention to like the hate or like who doesn't support me. So like I feel like everyone supports what's good and what's out there. So I feel like there's a lot of support in Providence, even in New England. Like Van Buren, they're from Brockton, Massachusetts, and they're so fire, man.
what's the
Everybody,
stadium again?
Van Buren, they're a label. They're
Okay.
rappers from Brockton, Massachusetts, and they're phenomenal. Like I'm telling you, they're up next. Brockton, Van Buren, like Luke, Giles, Sam. It's just all of them. They're so good, man.
Okay. I
But
can't wait to check them out. I'm about to write their names
yeah,
down and check them out.
I'll send you it after. But Rhode Island, man, like the music scene, like everyone's making good music, so it's easy to support. And like the thing about Providence is like everyone is just so talented because there's not really much bad things. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like no one's making bad clothing. Well, there's some obviously everywhere, like everywhere, but like
Yeah,
there's not really anything that's bad. So you want to support it. Like the music that's coming out is good, so you want to support it. The clothing lines that are coming out, they're fire, so you want to support it.
right.
So everyone's just making it really easy in 2020 to support each other because everything's good.
Yeah. And then like y'all like going to y'all city just feels so different. It kind of feels like I'm in a melting pot of different cultures.
Yeah, it's
Like,
so diverse out here. It's so diverse. Like I like to say, like all my friends are like from different backgrounds, like Nigerian, Cape Verdean, Dominican, Jamaican. Like it's all different out here. And the food too, like I said, is fire.
That brings to me a tweet that I saw you post some time ago. So I want to assume you're Dominican.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dominican, Puerto Rican.
So you posted this in September and you said, I'm a racially ambiguous woman and light skinned at that. I'm not going to solely expect white people to use their privilege when I have to as well. I wish more Dominicans understood that rather than trying to equate their oppression to Black men and women. So what do you mean by that?
Um, I feel like a lot of Hispanics, they kind of use they want to say the N word first. Let's start off that. Like a lot of Dominicans want to use the N word because they feel like they have the same oppression as Black men and Black women when we don't. Because if we get pulled over by the cops, like they're gonna call us a slur that's not the N word, probably like you know, a spick or like, something else. Like they're gonna tell us to go back to our country. Like we don't share the same oppression as Black people. They have it way worse than us, and we shouldn't belittle theirs by saying, oh, like no, like we get like racist slurs thrown at us or like we get judged. Just like nah, bro, like Black people have it worse in America at the end of the day, and we shouldn't try to compare our oppression or try to like belittle theirs at all. We just have to understand it.
So I had saw like when the Black Lives Matter movement first came about, well, not first came about, but it came about again in 2020 after we started seeing Trump's true colors, which we've been seeing, but just the way he started handling COVID and all the protests and everything and riots broke out. And you were very vocal during this time. And I also remember you tweeting about like, just being inside because you had, how do you say, is it Crohn's disease?
Yeah, Crohn's disease.
Okay. So how have you been like just dealing with that, like as far as like your lifestyle and everything when it comes to like the Crohn's disease?
Yeah, I just been like sanitizing and masked up now. I was in the house a lot in the beginning of it, but it was getting like really depressing staying inside. But I have a compromised immune system, so I just have to be more careful than everyone. Like I have to like get checked more consistently for COVID than like the normal person. Like I know people who still haven't got checked, and I have to get constantly checked just to be safe.
Okay, dang. I hate that it made you depressed. I kind of want to ask more, but I don't want to make you sad.
No, it's okay.
Okay, because I know you were a advocate, like an IBS advocate for the Crohn's and colitis in Rhode Island. So, like, how did you find out you were like diagnosed with that?
I've always suffered from like stomach problems, and when I was 19, that's when they diagnosed me. I did like a colonoscopy, and they found that I had Crohn's, so I had to continue getting infusions, and I still get infusions now. But I
What
had
is like an
after
infusion process? What is an infusion?
they basically stick like a needle in my vein, and they just give me medicine for like it used to be 3 hours, now it's 40 minutes.
Okay, glad it crunched down some.
Yeah, it's a different medicine I use now.
Okay. Do you like have a certain type of diet? Do you not do too much like activity or anything? Like being that you do like deal with that?
Well, there's certain foods I can't eat, but I still be eating them, kind, kind of. But um, not really. I still be trying to exercise and stuff like that. But I messed up my knee, so my knee's kind of fucked up. I got like 8 screws in there, so that's probably more. That probably affects me more than my Crohn's if I work out.
Okay. When you work out. Okay. Do you do any? Have you been doing any types of activities or anything like yoga, any sports, and like high school or anything?
In high school,
Yeah. Or
yeah,
even
I did softball in high school. Yeah,
okay.
but I go hiking with my friends now.
I don't know why you do like a softball girl, probably because of the sweater you got. You got hella swag, low key. Like low key though. Actually high key. Like so like what's up with like the fashion sense? Cause y'all have this like really vintage style going on out there.
I don't know. I think my fashion sense just stems from like me thrifting as a kid. Like my parents couldn't afford like to take me to the store to buy like expensive clothes, so we would go thrifting, and I guess that kind of like as I got older, I realized thrifting is more better. Like it's like clothes nobody has, and I could put together pieces. So other than that, I just if I'm it depends. Like if I want something expensive, like a certain designer, I'll buy it. Sneakers, obviously, but I do a lot of thrifting.
Okay. Do you feel like with thrifting or with like just a sense of style that you've gotten from thrifting, do you think that could be like another lane or another like art lane for you? Like, do you think you'll style someone?
Yeah, I used to do fashion before I did music. Like,
Really?
yeah, I used to do fashion. I used to style a lot of shoots, and then like I didn't really like the fashion industry. It was kind of weird when I was in New York, so I kind of like distanced myself from it and kind of came back to Rhode Island and started doing music again.
Okay. I heard you had like an internship with like Reebok or something like that before. Was that
It
with
was in
fashion?
college. Yeah, that was fashion, and yeah, fashion was just K Swiss ambassador. I did, but yeah, fashion was not for me. I realized I was becoming materialistic, and that's not the type of person I am.
That's a good point because being materialistic, especially like with this social media age and whew, it can
Yeah, I don't really care for expensive things like that. If it's nice, I'll buy it. It just so happens to be expensive, but like me going out my way now that I'm older, I'm realizing it's not even that important to me. There's so many other things that are important.
I feel it, girl. Life expensive as hell, so all that
It is. It is too expensive for me to be wasting it on $1,200 jeans.
okay, girl. Okay. Now the exciting part that I'm pretty sure people want to know about because a couple days ago, you had teased a new single talking about I know you were saying something about they stopped going up after they fuck with you and stuff like that. So yes, tell us about spill the tea on this.
It's really, really good. That's my next single I'm gonna promote. That song might be on the project. It probably definitely is gonna be on the project, but my next single, it's with live instruments. It's more of a fall winter vibe, so it's not like double back where it was summery. It's more of like in your feelings, laying in bed listening to music type of vibe. So I'm really excited to start promoting that song.
Hey, I can't wait for you to start promoting the song. And when do you think we're gonna get like a full length project from you?
Full length project. I've been telling everybody soon, honestly, because I don't have a definitive date for it, and I don't want people to keep waiting for it
Yeah, take
until
your time, girl. Yeah.
yeah,
You want to make it rememberable because the way people are consuming music now, especially with COVID, like
exactly.
it's rather you take your time and make something classic that can stick and be timeless. So,
I agree.
yep, yep. So, anything else? Any surprises? Anything you got coming? Anything else you want
Um,
us to know?
just a single. I'm excited to start promoting it. I'm gonna re-drop the BTS for Double Back this week. It was fire. It was vintage. We shot it on a camcord. Gabby, she's so talented. But other than that, just more music and just staying more active on social media for people.
Okay, and y'all make sure y'all follow Pour Me Some Henny. Is that the same on Instagram as well?
Yeah, pour some honey.
Pour Some Henny. So make sure y'all follow Pour Some Henny. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all check down below for her singles that's out right now. She said she got the double back behind the scenes coming. She got new music that she's gonna be teasing, singles dropping. And make sure y'all follow Spill the TTV, Step Date with me, and let me know who else y'all want to see in the next episode. And we out, my girl. Call me up. Thank you.